y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 15 of Scrap-O-Ween. It is Trick or Treat Tuesday and we have a new technique that I'm going to be trying today. I've got some acrylic paint out, I've got a distress oxide out, I've got stamps and dies, papers, and my photo today is this group picture of all of us at our Halloween party last year. So I'm going to be seeing what I can do with this technique for my picture. So let's get started. For my background, I am going to be using this basil cardstock and marshmallow, and I'm going to trim it down just a little bit because I'm going to mat it with the black cardstock. So I think I trimmed off either a quarter or a half an inch from two sides. I think it was a half an inch from two sides. And then I am going to use this purple and orange acrylic paint. And what I'm going to do is just wet my brush and load it full of paint and then just kind of brush it across the white cardstock. I'm not going for complete full coverage, and I'm wanting actually to have the brush strokes. I want to be able to see them, especially on the sides. And if I have parts of it that is glopped up a little bit, I'm okay with that. That just kind of gives it a little bit of texture, but for the most part it's kind of thin, so it does dry relatively quickly, and that's why I've kind of stopped, because part of this technique is to use stamps and to stamp it into your not quite dry paint, and that's supposed to give it a look like it's kind of soaking up through the paint. And I think that the technique would have worked better if I did not use the distress oxide. I think I should have used just regular distress ink, but I don't have regular distress ink. And then I noticed when I was painting the orange that one of the spiderwebs that I had stamped looked really good and it didn't smear. So I would thought to myself, oh, well, I'll just go ahead and stamp the rest of the spiderwebs that I want. But I realized that the reason why it didn't smear when I first started doing the orange paint was because it had had a few seconds to dry, or probably more than a few seconds. And the two that I did down there in the bottom corners, they weren't really dry yet, and they ended up smudging. But that's okay. We're just going to keep trucking on. So I have set that aside to kind of dry some, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my photo. I know I wanted to do a photo mat, and so I picked out this orange paper here with the white stars and then the black tone-on-tone polka dot, and I decided to go ahead and distress the edges. Now I wish, looking at it now, that I had made my mat a little bit bigger, because once I distress both of the edges of these photo mats, you almost can't see them because I made the mats too tiny. There's like barely an eighth of an inch that you can see, like right there. You can see that black is very, very small, and then when I go to distress it, it makes it even smaller. So I should have made a quarter inch photo mat instead of seeing just an eighth of an inch. But that's all right. we're going to go with it anyway. But I do like the edges distressed. I do wish they were a little bit bigger so you could see more of the color, especially the orange there, because that just helps my picture to stand out a little bit more. And that black paper had a little bit of distressing on it in the print, but you couldn't see it because picture, or with the orange photo mat, just kind of covered that up. Now here is where my dies come in, because I'm going to cut out some of these spider webs to use as die cuts around my photo. And I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed. That smaller one is a Tim Holtz Sizzix die, and it doesn't, I don't know if I need new plates or something, because I run it through quite a bit and it just doesn't cut all the way through, and I have to trim a little bit of that out. And actually what I ended up needing to do, which I don't make you watch, is I had to put a folded piece of paper in between and kind of use like a shim. And then the other one, with the bigger spider web, I had to fold 2 pieces of paper into quarters and stack on top of it to get it to cut mostly out. And that one is a Heidi Swap die. And I was really kind of disappointed in that because I wanted them to cut out just great, but no, I had to fussy cut, or not fussy cut. Well, I did have to trim some of the stuff out, but I'm wondering if there are different plates that I can use to cut out dies, especially the really intricate dies, and these spider webs kind of are. I think there's a metal one. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research to see if I can't find something that will maybe cut those out a little bit better. But anyway, I also have some spider web stamps that I stamped onto some paper and just fussy cut those out there. And I'm using these to build up 2 clusters on either side of my photo. And I'm looking at my layout right now. It's in front of me, and I like it, but I think I did a little bit too much. Usually for me, more is more, and I want to pile it all on, and I love how it looks. But this time I kind of wished I had scaled it back just a little bit. I'm not sure. I could take some of this stuff off, but no, I'm not. I'm just going to leave it. So here I am putting on some clear sticker spider webs, and these are little black ones. And this is where I go kind of sticker crazy. I'm like, I needed somebody to come in and say, whoa, slow down there a little bit. Because those are going to come back. You're going to see those again. And here is my title. I'm calling it Spooky Creeps and Haunted Freaks. And we had a blast. It's always a lot of fun when we get together. Anyway, and then when we get together for themed parties, like a Halloween party, we really have a lot of fun. We have lots of good food and play games and just have an all-around great time. And it's really fun when the people who come, they really get into it and they get all dressed up, and it just has a lot of fun. Or we have a lot of fun. And I could not think of a clever title. I really wanted to title it something really good, and I ended up talking with my younger daughter about it. and she kind of looked down at the picture, and I threw out some ideas, and she said, well, the first thing that came to my mind was spooky creeps and haunted freaks. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I love it. So this is actually a title from my daughter. And no, here they're back. I shouldn't have. I think those three spider webs just didn't need to be there. But for some reason, I was just like, oh, I can use up the spider web stickers. Because they've been hanging out for quite a while, and I'd kind of like for them to get used up. Because when you use up stuff, you can get more stuff. And here I have put down some of these adhesive brads. And look, I even thought about using the spiderweb stickers from there, but I held off. I held back, but those are some more of clear stickers, and I have such a hard time with clear stickers. But I do go ahead and put one up here at the top of my photo that says Happy Halloween. And I was still thinking about using those spider webs, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I'm looking to see if there's any stickers I want to use. And I put these little kind of like starburst stickers down here in the corners. And I think that's it. Whoa, no, that's it. That can't be it. Y'all know what's coming. Of course, we have to put on the stress mica stains. And since my stickers, some of my stickers and some of the letters of the titles are like a silvery holograph, I ended up using, I think it's Iron Gate. I think that's what it was. And there we have it. As far as about this being a trick or a treat, I think it's a treat. I do wish I had the different ink, so I'll try it again. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.